it's time to draw the enemy. The enemy is a robot crab. The robot crab works in the mine and it's gone rogue, so it's up to our player to stop the robot crab. There's probably going to be a few robot crabs in the game, not going to lie. Let me just check my dimensions, yeah? 64 by 64 tile. Good. I'm going to use the mirror tool for this, and I'm going to go 2 by 2 pixel. And I want to find the middle, so I'm going to, I've got my dark color, I want to find the middle. I want to draw a symmetrical body, that's why I'm trying to find the middle. Because that makes a really easy enemy to animate, and that's really good for a first enemy. A symmetrical shape means it can go right or left, and it doesn't matter, you just have to play one animation. That's not the middle. So when I get only 1 pixel, that's the middle. Okay, there we go. I want 3 pixels in the middle, so I'm going to put 1 there, and my mirror tool will draw another one the other side. Now let's do the eyes. Smallest size, I want 4 pixels. 1, 2, 3, 4. I want 1 pixel there. I want 1 there. I'm going to come out 1 more and do 5 pixels. 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to come in 1. Going to come in and up 1. And I want 4. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Down 1. Down and out 1. Same on the bottom. And then just join those up. That looks good. That looks like a pair of glasses, but let's crack on and it'll look more like a crab. Back into my 2 by 2. I want 5 pixels now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Down and out 1, and I want 3 pixels going down. 1, 2, 3. Come in. And then come in and go down. And I've got that. Right, that's the end of my vertical mirror pen. And what I want now is my stroke tool. I'm just going to draw a line connecting these two. This enables me to use my paint tool. And I want the second lightest grey color, I think. I'm going to paint fill that. And I want my lightest, the eyes. And then I'm going to go back to a darker color. What sort of color should we have? Maybe yellow. Biggest pixel. Oh, and the pen tool. Biggest pixel and the pen tool. That looks okay. And then I'm going to go to my red. Go down to 2 by 2 again. And do some sinister looking red eyeballs. Right. Now I've broken the symmetry. And that's fine. Now it looks like it's going in that direction. And that's fine. It is going to give us more work because I'm going to do 2 different pincers. One facing out the way it's going. And one facing upwards, okay? So that's going to catch the player if the player walks into it. And this one is going to catch the player if the player jumps over it, okay? Just to make it a bit more difficult. It will make our job a little bit more technical when we use this sprite in the game. But that's fine. I want to do that because I want people to practice handling this kind of issue. And that's why it's a good idea to have a few art skills if you're a developer, or have a few game development skills if you're an artist. You can then get to grips with these problems and get familiar with them, and then you know what other people in the game development world are dealing with, okay? And that makes you a much better colleague to work with. Right, so that's the body done. Let's get on with the pincers. I'm going to stick with my 2 by 2 pixel, and I'm going to get the darkest grey. Shall use the second darkest grey. Let's see how it works. Second darkest grey. I don't want 10 pixels. 10. Then I'm going to come back one, put one there, come back another one, put one there. Then I'm going to put one there, and one there. I'm going to put a line across the top. And that's my right-hand pincer. Left-hand pincer, I'm going to come up 3, and then I'm going to go out. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to do the same thing. 2 on the bottom, 3 on the top, and then a line. And I want the line to line up. I think it's doing that. All right, that's excellent. So those are the pincers. And now let's do the tracks. We need to do 2 things now. We need to animate the pincers and animate the tracks. First, let's draw the tracks. I'm going to use my yellow color, and I'm going to use my 2x2 pixel, and the tracks are going to be in groups of 2 pixels. So 2 pixels, leave a gap of 1 pixel, and then 2 pixels. And the same at the bottom. Gap of 1 pixel, 2, 2, 2, 2, and 2. And I'm going to go and duplicate all the frames for the tracks and do the track animation. Then I'm going to do the pincers, come back and do the pincers, because the track's the trickiest. Duplicate. All right. Rectangle select. Mouse over it till you get the hand. Hold down shift. Move it along 1. Same on the bottom. Hold down shift. Move it along 1. Now I've got some slightly out of shape tracks. So I'm going to delete the end part of both of the tracks. And I'm going to, in both cases, go to my pen, put a pixel in there, put a pixel in there. Okay, let's duplicate again. Let's rectangle select. Select the whole thing. Press shift, move it along. Select the bottom. Press shift, move it along. Oh, press shift, move it along. And do these things at the end. Delete that. Delete that. Back to the pen. 1 there. 1 there. Excellent. Duplicate again. Select. Oh. Well, do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to delete the end one. And just put them in a slightly different place. So let's just do the main ones. Move the bottom tracks 1 pixel that way. Did I move them 1 pixel? Control Z. No. Delete. Bottom tracks 1 pixel. Top tracks 1 pixel. Back to my pen. And do it like that. That doesn't look too bad already. Okay, shall we do one more track animation? Does that look okay? Let's speed it up. How does it look? What if I select and move those over? Well, I select, move those over one more. I select that, move them over one more. Oh. That look okay? That looks okay. I think that's fine for our animation. I mean, what happens if we slow it down? It looks all right. Speed it up. Looks like the tracks are going round, doesn't it? I'm going to say I think that's all right. If you don't think it's all right, feel free to take as much time as you want to correct it, but I think that's fine. Let's do the claws, the pincers. So this is pretty easy. Click and drag. Hold down shift, remember. Click and drag. Hold down shift. Good. What have I just done? What have I just done? Click and drag. Hold down shift. Excellent. Third frame. It's going, move it 2 pixels. 1, 2 pixels. And fourth frame, 1 pixel, because the claws are coming back in. And they'll sync with the first frame. Got it? Yeah, that's it. So together on the first frame, 1 pixel on the second frame, 2 pixels on the third frame, and 1 pixel I've gone wrong somewhere, haven't I? 1 pixel each, 1 pixel each. Ah, yeah, I haven't moved it there. I'm going to leave this in so you can see. That it always goes. Good. And then that one there. So they're coming back together. They're 1 pixel apart. Together. 1 pixel. 2 pixels. 1 pixel. We've got our tracks going round. And we've got our pincers moving in and out. I think we'll call that job done. Now we've finished our enemy, we just need to save it. But before we save it, we need to remember to duplicate our animation, okay? Because we've got it facing left. What if our video game developers want it facing left and right? This is what I said earlier about making a symmetrical enemy. If it was symmetrical and both the pincers were facing up, we wouldn't have to do this. But I think it adds something to have the enemy moving in different directions, and it will mean more work in the game engine, but I think that work will be worth doing, and it will involve skills that are worth having. So I'm going to carry on like this. So I'm going to duplicate frame 1, and I'm going to flip it. I'm going to duplicate frame 3, and I'm going to flip it. I'm going to duplicate frame now 5, and I'm going to flip it. And I'm going to duplicate the last frame, and I'm going to flip it. Now I'm going to gather all the right-facing frames together. right facing frame, right facing frame, right facing frame. Should be one more. Put that at the end. And now it's doing this nifty little direction change. And that looks good. So let's save it. My Piskel is not giving me the option to save it in a particular location. So I have to go into my downloads and move it into my assets folder. But save it in your assets folder if you can. And if not, you'll have to go into your downloads, find out where it is, move it into your assets folder. So we want it saved as a Piskel. There it goes into my downloads. So I just click on the little folder and it tells me where it is. And it's put it in a really random place, but that's fine. I can open up another Finder window and move it. The other thing I need to do, close all these Finder windows, is export it. So I want it exported. That's not the export tab. That's the export tab. I want it exported as a sprite sheet, so I'll do that first. 3x3 is good. Again, I'll go into my downloads and move it into the correct place later. I also want it exported as a zip. So export zip. And I need to change that to robotcraft. And download. And now I need to go into my downloads and move it into the assets folder that I prepared earlier. I won't make you watch me do that. I will see you in the next section.